You're listening to the Substation Gaming Podcast. I'm Black Chestnut. With me, I have Lucas
Good evening.
and Ricola.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be talking about the Animal Crossing Direct, the paid online expansion that was along with that, and then the Minecraft Live 2021.
Yeah.
Not a huge amount of stuff, but yeah.
Now, this is a lot of stuff.
You think?
Yeah.
All right.
Just because it's not a long list doesn't mean it's not a lot of stuff.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Well, without further ado, obviously, let's get right into Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
What were you saying?
Black Chestnut, I know you and Ricola have played more Animal Crossing than I have, so why don't you lead the conversation on this
Yeah.
one?
They added the roost. That was the first thing
Hooray.
they really talked about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Time. It's been in the
You can
code.
drink
like
the
launch.
coffee.
We can drink coffee
Wow.
now. I can get that
Crazy.
French vanilla cappuccino in the morning before I go plant some flowers.
Yes.
There
That
we
is
go.
exactly the purpose.
Yep.
Not even exaggerating.
Yep.
I'm a bit disappointed it's in museum though. I wanted to have my fancy coffee building on top of like a mountain or something on my island.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Like actually customizing your own like cafe, your own Starbucks per se.
Well,
And
we'll
it-
talk about the DLC later, but
Yeah.
no, I just want another building to place on my island.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
I kind of get why they went with the put it in the museum approach, because a lot of people have already finished designing their islands, and then they're like,
Yeah.
I don't have any space for anything else, you know?
Oh yeah, I feel that. I'm worried about all the stuff they've added.
You know,
Yeah.
especially since didn't they also add like farms and stuff now?
Yes, that is pretty neat. So you can plant farms like I
Yeah,
don't know, tomatoes and crap.
yeah. Now it's just Harvest Moon.
Good. But then you can use the farms to cook, which I don't know what that's for, but
You can make food and then eat the food, or just put it on the table forever.
oh, okay. So if I just put it on a table forever, then that's perfect. Then I want food furniture.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
I
have
mean, like
a room
eating
full of
stuff
spaghetti.
in this game actually does something compared to previous Animal Crossing games, but what it does doesn't seem that useful majority of the time, you know?
Moving around trees is very useful, but not like early game, really. I don't know, like
Yeah.
when you're like
It's not
terraforming
something
island.
that like is super useful, I feel,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
not something you do every day in the game.
Yeah.
Um, although breaking rocks, there's a lot of little leases I like about it. But yeah, there's no reason to not just use fruit for that. It's
Yeah.
probably a lot cheaper. But if the food could be used as furniture, I can make an entire room full of spaghetti. So this is probably pretty
Yeah,
great.
you're gonna add a papyrus room.
Yes! Oh, there's so many possibilities. We can make up. Can you get? No. I was wondering if you could get banana furniture because is there bananas in
Yeah.
Horizon?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
I
bananas.
forgot.
Is.
I forgot if there was because they removed some of the fruit in New Horizons.
I think there's bananas. I'm actually
Yeah, I
not
think
sure.
it's bananas and coconuts. Although
Yeah.
they're weird green coconuts.
yeah, they're the coconuts that are like not ripe yet.
Ew.
Yeah. Well, that's how they've always been.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
in
that's
Animal
true.
Crossing.
Yeah, they don't have brown coconuts. What do you think this is?
Yeah, I don't know. A tropical island? I forget the game takes place in a tropical island sometimes. Because you just turn it into a freaking, like, town within a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like an extreme remodel master.
Yes.
Like this is what you do. You were born, and
This
the
is
first thing
quite
you did.
literally the game.
Yes.
It is.
You were born, and then this is what you had to do. You had no other purpose in life.
It's pretty sick.
And then the people that don't play the game, they're born and then they're just stuck there in an infinite loop.
I feel bad for some of my villagers.
Honestly, I haven't touched that game probably
Make my
8
one
months.
frog guy live in the swamp area. Like,
Discrimination. Hello? What if you wanted to live on the top of a mountain?
to be fair, the inside of his house is swamp themed already, so
Oh, okay. So he
he's
already set
asking
himself
for
up
it.
for that.
And he's a lazy villager. They're weirdos. They talk about eating bugs like every other sentence. They're
I
messed
mean, they're
up.
frogs. What do you
No,
expect of them?
you can get any lazy villager will talk about it. You can get like a freaking monkey and he'll talk about it.
Monkeys eat
Terrifying.
bugs.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, they
monkeys.
do.
Yeah, they
Gotta find an
groom.
animal that doesn't eat bugs.
A rhino.
There's probably a lazy rhino. Um, but yeah, I, I'm gonna finally I have a use for that one corn mill furniture thing. So I can make farms. But also gyroids. The fact
Yeah.
finally they should have been there at launch as well.
Yeah, but they completely redesigned them in this game. They're way
I
smaller.
I like their look, honestly. I'm fine with
Yeah, I
them.
like him too. I kind of like that. Makes it easier to put more in a single room because now they're smaller.
Yeah, there was there was a hard gyroid limit in New Leaf, if I remember right. It feels like 5 or 6 per room. I wonder if they're gonna keep that. And most of them you
Maybe.
could a lot of them I don't think you could even put on tables, like they were too big, so that's nice that you could like have these ones.
Oh yeah, these ones, like I said, they're completely redesigned. They're way smaller.
Yeah, which I appreciate. Along with that, you could also that you could the way you could creep between furniture now. Like I can
Yeah.
just make ridiculously packed rooms. So looking forward to that. I'd like the one issue I have with decorating homes is I have a lot of fun with it, but just not a lot of encouragement to do it. Like getting an S rank with like the Happy Home Academy is so easy. I did that with my first month of playing.
Yeah.
Like it's there's not really any encouragement to keep screwed with your house, which is why I'm looking really forward to DLC, but we'll get to that once we get through all of the base features.
Yeah.
um,
But with the gyroids and stuff, you can find like broken pieces and then plant them and then grow them.
yeah, that's fun. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
more um
In this game, you can set
interesting
them
than
up
previous ones.
with, yeah, you can set them up with like the music and stuff, and they'll actually like, make noise to the beat of the music.
Yeah, that's actually sick.
I wonder if you can put them outside.
Oh, yeah. Probably, I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah. I
Oh,
wonder if
man.
that's why they didn't have them at launch. Because then you'd be able
Possibly.
to place them outside and it'd be really
They're
weird.
also definitely more expanded in this game.
Yeah.
Although if you can't place them outside, I can't wait to see a Nightmare Island where there's like hundreds of gyroids constantly making horrible noises.
Oh, yeah.
um, but what else did they add in this update? A Froggy Chair, of
Oh,
course.
yeah. Is back.
Finally. Oh, and most importantly, they increased the storage up to 5,000, which is a blessing
Oh, yeah. It
because
needed it.
it's what is it now? I think it's 2,500. I think they like straight up doubled it.
I think it was like 2,400, I think.
Yeah, that's a lot of items, but man, they really did need to double it because
Yeah.
if you want like one of each piece of like clothing and furniture, like I don't think even 5,000 is gonna cut it.
No.
There's so much crap in this game.
Especially if you get doubles of anything, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I mean, for clothes, I get like sixes of everything because I want every killer.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. I at least want half the colors.
Yeah, gotta 100% that Nook shopping app.
Oh, it's like the Amazon catalog.
You ever been on Nookazon, where you can communicate with other players and buy items?
Yep.
It's a website. It's great. I've used it a few times. um, what other random stuff are we adding for update? Outdoor closets. Not super exciting, but
That's pretty cool.
storage, outside storage is nice, especially if stuff like when I would like farm the rocks and get like a ton of like rocks and iron and stuff. I can just put those away instead of having to run all the way back to my house. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
think they also added like an ATM machine that you can place outside somewhere.
that's one's goofy, but also cool.
Nah, it's really convenient. I mean, you can just put it at the store.
Oh yeah, you're right.
If
Yeah,
you
you
put
could,
all your stores together in like the same location too, and just have a
which
shopping
I do.
district.
Of course, I
Yeah.
have the city area. I have the city from City Folk in my island.
You see, I made the exact opposite decision. I put the general store and the clothing store on the opposite sides of the map.
Naturally, of course.
So I have to run all the way across and all the way back.
That's what you need a Mario pipe for.
Oh yeah,
Which I
forgot
haven't
they
put
had
in my
that.
island because it doesn't fit with the aesthetic anywhere. Gonna have to hide
And
it.
yeah, hide it behind like a fake tree or something.
Oh yeah, you can get cardboard cutouts of trees. Got that as an
Yeah,
item. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
exactly.
I know a lot of people still don't really like New Horizons because they feel like the villagers have been like kind of scaled back, and I get that complaint, but also island customization is so much fun that
Yeah, this one
I
definitely took the island customizations to a whole nother
Yeah.
level with it.
The only
it's
problem
like
is that a lot of it is just super tedious to do. So tedious that I just feel like I never want to touch, like, do anything in the game. Like, the fact that they still haven't fixed the crafting at all.
oh yeah, crafting's weird.
It's like,
It's
there's
something
so
I
many problems
never
with it.
even like after like a few hundred hours I never even like do crafting. It's really weird.
And it's
It's just
just because it's too tedious to bother doing, you know?
yeah, like I literally will like if I need tools, I'll just go buy them from the store. Like I don't even bother with crafting.
Yeah.
Also, I wish they made it clear that customizing your tools completely repairs them. I wish they made that clearer because that took me forever to figure out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's still some weird issues like that, but I feel like this update. I'm happy with this as like the last update. Honestly, like I feel like
No,
this.
they still need to fix the crafting shit.
Yeah,
It's really bad.
it doesn't bother me anymore because I have enough time in the game where I just don't craft anymore. Unless I'm like trying to get a specific piece of furniture from it.
Eh,
So,
it's still
uh,
obnoxious.
it is. It's a weird mechanic. I get why they did it because there's like the island survival theme for like your first week, and then you're fine. And then that like it's just another Animal Crossing game for the rest of your life. Like after that, like crafting
Yeah.
is just kind of there. Especially gold items. Gold items should not be breakable. That's BS actually. There's no reason to craft them.
Yeah. Just a waste. But didn't this update also add a lot of new dialogue for villagers?
Did they say that?
I think it did. I'm pretty sure they said that. And I know that they also made it so that villagers will sometimes show up at your house and
Yes, they
will
definitely
invite
did
you
that.
over and
So I
stuff
mean
like
that will
that.
definitely include plenty of dialogue because I mean they'll
Yeah.
have to have written a bunch of new stuff for that. That's actually really nice because that was one of the big interaction features in New Leaf that didn't make it into here.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's really cool. So now I can actually make my house fancy and have villagers compliment me on it. Be great. And then insult me because I probably still have cockroaches in there because I haven't played.
Yeah, you definitely have. I have
I opened it
infested
the
with
other day
cockroaches.
after the direct, just to clean up my pathways because I always have crap growing on them like weeds and flowers. Gotta get ready for the DLC. Which have we said everything that's free?
I think we talked about almost everything that's free. I think we got everything. Actually, no, wait. We didn't talk about Captain.
Oh yeah, Kevin.
Yeah.
Uh, he's pretty similar to the Nook Miles tickets, really, but he takes you to secret islands
Yeah.
that do cool stuff, like different time of day or year or
Yeah. He'll take
uh,
you to the super special, extra fancy islands, effectively.
yeah, and it looked like there was even like some unique plants in some of them and stuff, so that could be neat.
Yeah. He'll have new items and stuff that are exclusive to the update.
Just Captain singing is just required for the game, so that's good to have that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, Harvey's Island.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Uh,
Because,
Katrina,
like,
you can get shops on there.
yeah, you can get the special shops that you would usually only show up like once a week, you know?
Yeah, and they're adding two more that weren't already there, like Katarina. Is it Katarina or Katrina or whatever?
I
The
don't remember. The
fortune
fortune
telling
teller.
cat.
Yeah.
She's back, so I assume that implies Luck is actually back as well. So that's nice to know.
Hmm.
Um,
And it
Harriet,
was, yes.
who's a hippie now for
Right.
some.
Mans is a hippie. He definitely is a hippie.
Was wearing like bell
um,
bottoms.
they also added like Reeves and the ones from New Leaf. Forgot their names. The alpacas, I think.
Oh, Reese and Cyrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can customize stuff that you can't already customize, I guess.
Yeah,
It's a
they
bit
have special
weird.
customizations and stuff.
It's a bit odd considering the customization thing's already pretty extensive. So I don't know. It'll just kind of I feel like it would just be tedious if you want to customize those items, but at the same time, I guess a layer of tedium is part of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So, eh.
They also added like step ladders and stuff that you can
Oh yeah.
permanently place.
Yeah, that's really nice. And oh yeah, and some random stuff you get for Nook Miles things like you can have more bridges and stairs on your island, which is convenient.
Right.
And some new haircuts and crap. Including waves, I think. I think I saw waves, so that'll be hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm we're gonna have Animal Crossing drip montages.
honestly.
Oh man, what if they added AirPods?
That'd be hilarious. That would be the icing on the cake, to be honest.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing. But now have we gotten for everything that isn't DLC? I think.
I think we got everything.
Okay, now let's get to the DLC that I'm actually like really excited for.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, the DLC is effectively a sequel to the Happy Home Designers game, which was
yeah,
a Animal Crossing spin-off on the 3DS.
which was a cool idea, but I don't think was worth like a full price game on its own. I
Yeah.
think this is just way more interesting by virtue of it already being part of Animal Crossing. Because it's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
oh,
for
you got
sure.
all these new house stuff that now you can like work that into the main game. That's so cool. But
Mhm.
yeah, the main gimmick is just you design houses for people, which is already super fun. So yeah,
Yeah.
but also a crap ton of new house stuff. Like, what was it? Like atmospheric lighting in the house,
Yeah.
background
Ambient
noise.
noises. You can add like dividing walls and pillars and stuff.
Yeah, so you can make fancy houses.
Yeah. You
Ceiling
can
furniture,
Yeah, and you can like decorate the outside of the house.
including like lawns in the shape of the house. Yeah, it's nuts. And you can even do this for the villagers on your island and stuff eventually.
Mhm.
So you can even have control over the people who live on your island. Even the inside of their house is not safe from you now.
Which is good if you have like villagers who are like your starting villagers, you can finally fix their houses and stuff.
That's true. Yeah, or that's just their starting villagers all just have like crafted stuff, and it's like crap.
Yeah. Especially the case if you got a starting villager that you actually liked and wanted, you know.
Yeah.
Like I got Scoot to start off with, so
Oh, you got
I
Scoot?
yeah, I started with
Awesome.
like Scoot. So I kept him the whole time.
Scoot's awesome. All the villagers are awesome. Oh yeah, this DLC also it looked like they were adding new villagers.
They are adding new villagers.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. On top of that, they're also adding a new wave of amiibo cards featuring the new villagers from the base, and also I'm pretty sure this DLC as well.
That Raymond card is gonna get scalped so hard.
Yeah. I got Raymond on my island. I didn't even
Holy
have to
shit.
pay for him. Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, he was one of the villagers that like showed up that I couldn't decline. I had to get Raymond. He was coming even if I didn't want him. He was the one I got for like the first camping setup where it's like you have to let them join your island.
Yeah. What's again?
I gave him a magical girl outfit.
Good. I had
Yeah.
Anka in my New Leaf village for a bit. Shame. You could people will pay you to like join your thing and then convince you to join their town. Like you can get like a few $100 from that. People want like those villagers bad.
Yeah. I got a couple of rare villagers just from getting lucky.
What's so special
I
about
didn't
having
bother.
particular villagers? Like, what do they?
Well,
Some
the
people are just attached
ones,
to characters.
yeah, some people just like them, and specifically like Raymond and stuff. He was a new villager from the game, so he didn't have an amiibo card. So the only way to get him, like for sure, is to trade with another player.
Okay.
Yeah, like if he's
To get
moving out
him.
of your town and you play multiplayer with them, you could talk to them and be like, "Oh, I'm moving. Oh, sure, I'll move to your town."
Yeah.
Like you can do that. My two favorite villagers, I just found the amiibo cards for them on eBay. But
Yeah.
Rayman fans don't have that luxury until now.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll reprint any of the old amiibo cards.
I think they are.
They
Are they?
definitely
Okay.
should if they're not.
I think
Because
they are
that
doing
was
it for
ages
this
ago.
update.
Like Happy Home Academy. They made
Mhm.
those.
Yeah, because I know you can use the amiibo cards at the roost to force specific people to drink coffee with you.
Forced to drink coffee. Yeah, I saw the Able Sisters. That
Yeah.
used one of the Able Sister amiibo and they fight the two others.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hunt down like the Isabel amiibo and crap now. That's gonna be like probably harder to get because it's not like the
Get the
cards
Smash
show
Bros.
up.
one.
Oh yeah,
There's actually a ton of Isabella amiibos. You got like the what's the one game? The Wii U game.
Welcome amiibo. No, that was
Amiibo
3DS.
Festival.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Mario Party crap.
Because there's tons of amiibos of her from there, and then there's also amiibos of her from Smash Bros. So there's tons of Isabelle amiibos.
Okay, so Isabel's not too bad, but
Yeah. It's
freaking
not
Top
as
Gun?
common as like Inkling Girl amiibos, but yeah.
Oh, those are everywhere. Everyone has one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I noticed also in a direct that Tortimer is there. I just assumed he was dead. I thought they were just gonna keep it that way.
Nah.
Tortimer,
He's around.
he's around.
He's retired.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was funny just people having Tortimer tombstones on their island. What else is in this DLC? The thing I'm most excited for was there's a bunch of abandoned buildings on the DLC island that you could just make into like businesses and design them, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can design a restaurant. Yeah.
You can design a public restroom.
I'm going to put so many hours into that crap. Because I mean, like half the houses in my home are already like I had like a restaurant themed one, and like
Right.
I had a bathroom gym hybrid as one of my rooms.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, now you can like design a building as like a public restroom and then charge for it like
it's like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
yeah.
Yeah, but that I'm genuinely like really excited for. Like that will be super fun.
Yeah.
What else was in the DLC? I mean, there's like practically a campaign of villagers to make houses for,
Oh yeah.
so that'll last a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's
Uh,
mainly just that and all of like the new home customization stuff. Like
yeah.
it's practically a new Happy Home Designer game, which is pretty neat.
Pretty much, yeah.
And cheaper than the original Happy Home Designer, so
That's true. Speaking of price, how are we feeling about the price of the DLC and stuff? Because it's $25.
I feel like it's worth the price, to be honest.
for
It's
the amount
adding
of
enough
time I
stuff.
can
Yeah.
see myself putting into it, I think $25 is fair.
I somewhat agree. I don't think it's like outrageously priced. I do think it's a little overpriced. Like I feel like 20 is a better price for it.
I agree, but I'm like half okay with it because like Happy Home Designer was what, like $30 or $40 when that came out?
Yeah,
Yeah, and this has even more content than that, I think.
I guess that's true. But
So-
Happy Home Designer is just kind of like a half-ass spin-off game, you know?
Animal Crossing, that was weird when they got like half-ass spin-off Animal Crossing games for a while. Like, what was that about?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
That Amiibo.
Like Amiibo
Festival.
Festival is like a bafflingly bad game, you know?
I think Nintendo just didn't know what they were doing with Amiibo. Like, they never had
Yeah.
like a killer app for Amiibo ever. Like, Smash Bros was like the most interesting game for them, and even then, they're
Yeah.
just a bot.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the thing with amiibos is that people usually don't even want them for the thing they do in game. They just want them because they want the figure, you know?
Oh, yeah, I Sam. I own like
You know?
3 of them that I've never even taken out of the box. They're really nice figures
They're
for
like
the price,
they're like pop figures, but like
but like they look nice.
yeah, they look really nice.
Like, oh man, a nice little Jigglypuff figure, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I don't think Nintendo's. I still don't think they really know what they're doing with Amiibo because like they're. I appreciate them not ever being like required because that would be like annoying, especially with like scalpers and stuff. But at the same time, they're just like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. My biggest annoyance with them is that they just never reprint certain ones, and then
Oh
some
yeah.
are like obscenely common to the point in which it's like it's impossible to like not find them. But like if
Yeah.
you're looking for like other sets,
Oh,
it's
if
like
you're trying to get like the
impossible.
Zelda amiibo that actually do cool things in like Breath of the Wild and stuff, it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
Like the Wolf Link amiibo was like over $100 because that was only released like once with Twilight Princess HD or whatever.
yeah. Like for an example, like I bought the Octoling amiibo set right when it came
Mhm.
out for like retail price, and I used it and stuff in game and stuff and took it out of the packaging. My used Octoling amiibos are worth like 3 times the amount I paid for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the used ones out of the box and stuff.
Imagine
Like
how much
imagine
they
how
would
much they
cost if
are
they were in
if
box.
in the box, you know? Exactly. It's like it's quadruple the price, if not more,
I
because they
really
just never reprinted them.
I really regret not getting the Squid Sister or the Off the Hook amiibo.
Me too. I mean, I got the Alpha Hook amiibo, but I didn't get the Squid Sister one, and I regret that. I also regret not getting the Splatoon 2 series Inkling amiibo
Yeah.
because I can't get that either. But the Splatoon 1 series amiibo is like super common. You know, you can just
Yeah,
go to
everyone
GameStop and
has
they
that.
still have them. You know,
Yeah, it's weird.
So when the Splatoon 3 comes out and they got the amiibo sets, I am like, I'm gonna murder somebody in line to get that shit. you
Don't
know,
actually, don't actually though.
yeah, figuratively murder
Figuratively
them.
murder them. That this might be the day that I stiff arm a little kid.
At least
know,
it's not as predatory as like Skylanders.
yeah, it's not as bad. It's just because like that's the thing. It's like people want the figures. They don't even really necessarily want the stuff in the game.
Which
You
is
know,
sad
That's
because
also why it's so weird. Because it's like the figures don't do shit, half of them.
it's
But they're
just
also
because they're cool merch, and Nintendo doesn't release a ton of affordable merch. If you want nicer figures of these
yeah.
characters, it's gonna cost you like 100, $200
right.
for like a really nice,
Crap, like
statue
did
or
they even
something like that.
release like statues of like any of these characters? Like most of them at best you'll get like like toy level
Only the
stuff.
super popular characters like Link.
Yeah, like you're
You
never gonna
know,
get like a $300 Ganondorf figure.
did we
Yeah, you're
ever even
not.
get like a Samus figure ever?
Samus. Let me go see a Samus because that's one that I actually could see getting one because the Metroid fan base is like hyper devoted.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know we got like that Majora's Mask statue one time.
I'm looking around. Yeah, it looks okay. I think we got a Prime 3. It looks like there's a Figma for Prime 3 that happened like ages
Okay,
ago.
that makes
And Nintendo
sense.
still sells a Samus action figure at the Nintendo store. But
Right.
that's
That's
it.
about
But
it.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's most of these you gotta order online. And I think a lot of them you can actually get through Amazon, but a lot of the limited edition ones you gotta go on eBay and stuff for them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
every
And even
figure
then,
though.
like you guys are saying, you're paying pretty much top dollar for them, like triple the
Yeah,
Yeah.
amount of the original price, just because
yeah.
of like
But I mean,
non-prints.
like Amiibo's the only place you can get like Banjo Kazooie merch
Yeah,
and a
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Banjo amiibo.
Yeah, it's like I bought the Ridley amiibo when Smash Bros came out because I was like, well, when am I ever gonna get anything cool like this for Ridley?
Yeah, man, a big ass Ridley figure would be so cool. Like, I want one
Yeah.
that's like 6 inches tall. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
um, but yeah. So I gotta go get those Animal Crossing amiibo when they re re-released before they're $700.
Yeah, the amiibo cards and stuff.
The amiibo cards at the moment are pretty cheap, but they're probably gonna get like ridiculously rare soon enough. With
Yeah.
like them actually having a use now.
Yeah, but they are I'm pretty sure they said they're reprinting more and stuff.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be too bad. Right now they're like only like $2 a piece on like eBay.
Yeah.
so it's not too bad. Depending on the
Plus,
villager.
on
So,
top of that, people can make their own amiibo cards and stuff.
oh yeah,
So, like that's the thing. It's like if anybody actually wants the effects of a specific amiibo, they can just do that. You know.
yeah, that's the weird part. I forgot about that.
Like I know somebody was like selling like Splatoon amiibo cards sets and stuff with like every single Splatoon amiibo, but it was just like an NFT card, you know,
Huh.
that they
Yeah.
made themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot you could do that. It's weird. Because, yeah, that is all it is. It's just a little chip on the bottom.
Mhm.
Uses the same technology. I like all the Toys to Life stuff uses all the same technology. So if you put like a Disney Infinity thing on Scalanders, it would recognize it and then freak out.
Yeah.
I remember trying that just to see what characters would come up before it like said something is wrong. It would like crash or something.
Yeah.
You know what would be cool though? If they made like cards like they make like with the chip, like they do our like our credit cards and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Animal Crossing amiibo are kind of like that.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah, well, like like for like the regular villagers, they don't give them like their own figure because there's like just so many of
So
them.
is it look like a little like square card? Like you're like a
Yeah,
credit
yeah,
card?
like this has
Yeah,
like
it
Pokemon
looks like a trading card effectively.
Yeah.
That has
Oh,
like an
okay.
NFT chip
It
in
has
and
like
you,
their
put it
name.
down.
I think like their pick quote on it, and, like something else.
All right.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of these, so I didn't know they had that, but that's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
can,
buy them in like booster packs and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
Or you
come
just
with
go on
we
eBay.
gotta
Just
do
random
some we gotta do
villagers.
some Animal Crossing unboxing.
if we get a Raymond, that's like unboxing an unusual.
That's one thing we could do on here. I know it's like stupid, but
Hey.
we could totally do like Pokemon card openings.
Hey, those unboxing videos, those make the real
Yeah,
money.
you should have recorded the last time you were unboxing a TF2. You unboxed an unusual.
Yeah, that too. Just yeah.
You know,
We should.
I unbox for relaxation.
Anyway, do you have anything else to say specifically about the Animal Crossing update and stuff?
No, I think you guys touched on everything.
I am genuinely really looking forward to it. I'm like, I hope this gets me like really back into the game for another 300 hours before I put it down, come back. 6 months later, play it for another 100 hours, put it down, come back. So, you know,
Yeah.
the Animal
the
Crossing
cycle, and then after a year of that process, you don't touch it.
for another
and
2 years, and then I
yeah.
come back.
No. Then you'll have kids in the future, and they'll pick up the game and be like, "Ooh, what's this?" And then
I'm not
you'll
letting
have
them touch my
flashbacks.
island. Screw that shit. It's my island. Nah, they'll screw it up. Nah, get your own island.
Your kid finds your Switch, and you're just like, "Don't
I'm gonna
touch it."
password lock that shit. Nah,
Yeah.
they'll screw up my flower beds.
Right, they'll
Yeah.
just dig everything up.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I collected all your flowers for you, Dad.
It's just horrible.
Yeah, but
Throw them out the window.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really been too big into Animal Crossing. I've never definitely played it, but this looks pretty cool.
It's hard to explain the appeal of Animal Crossing, but it's horribly addictive.
It's like grind
Yeah.
fest, but at the same time, it's like a peaceful grind fest.
Yes.
It's like the most peaceful grind fest you could get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as for me, I'm definitely gonna probably check up the update and stuff when it drops and put some more time into Animal Crossing. I don't know whether or not I'll actually buy the paid DLC though. You know,
Yeah.
just
Well-
because when Animal Crossing launched, I kind of lost interest on it somewhat quickly. You know, I'd say
Yeah.
faster than any other previous Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just didn't hold my interest as much, and I think a lot of that just comes down to the mechanics being a lot more tedious in some aspects. Like
In some aspects. In other ways, it's so much more streamlined than New Leaf, though. Like
It
the pocket
is.
size being bigger.
yeah,
The furniture not being a pain in the ass. That's weird.
yeah, it is.
But
But
yeah.
if you saw the direct and you liked it, drop a comment down below if you're watching this back on YouTube. What you liked about it. Just
Or
let
if
us
you
know your thoughts.
Hated it. Let us know too.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get that one guy that's just like, this is a piece of shit.
They didn't add the one thing I wanted, whatever that thing was specifically.
So the rest of it.
Dr. Shrunk. You didn't add Dr. Shrunk. He's
You're
never gonna show up
right.
in this game, which I am very happy. Someone made axolotls ugly with him.
Yeah, it's really
I thought the
insane.
guy was like a bacon monster as a child. He's horrible. I hate him.
But all right. We want to move on to our next topic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's talk about the bad half of this direct when they were talking about the online
Yes.
yeah, the
Nintendo's new online
subscription
package.
service.
It's weird. So they announced the other thing that will be coming with the N64 and Genesis games. It's also the Animal Crossing DLC for some reason. Weird.
Yeah.
So they also confirmed if you stop paying for this, you lose the DLC.
Yeah, you just lose access to it. You can't play it anymore.
You can still play the game and you have like all the items you got from the DLC, but that's weird.
Yeah. I just want to like start off this conversation right here with this is a total ripoff. Do
Yeah.
not pay
Honestly,
for this.
please don't.
Like, if you want the Animal Crossing DLC, just buy it outright. Don't go with the expansion pack subscription model. It's total ripoff.
What is it? $50?
You know?
It's $50, but you could also get a family membership, which is $80.
Yeah, and the family membership can be up to like 8 people.
Which
Yeah.
that one I feel like is a little more worth it if only
Yeah.
you actually have 8 people you're sharing it with.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm never touching this.
I
Like
think
like
Nintendo
Black
Online
Chestnut
is
said.
bullshit, but I slightly warmed up to their virtual console thing. I just
Yeah.
wish they'd add more games.
Yeah,
I agree. Like, it really bugs me that
And
it's
it's
such a bad
$50.
service overall. You know, it's like, honestly, the only reason why I pay for the regular Nintendo Switch Online is to play Splatoon, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I do that
if they
same
didn't
thing
have
for Smash.
Splatoon, you know, and Smash, you know, I just wouldn't pay
I,
for it.
I play like some of the Super Nintendo games when I'm up for them. Like I just played all Super Metroid, so
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's like when I want to play specifically like a Super Nintendo or an NES game that's on the service, I will play it on the service because it's
there's not
easier
enough games.
to
Like,
just boot up my Switch than to try and emulate it. But
they
like,
keep adding like shovelware.
yeah, the problem is that they're drip feeding us games and they're doing it way too slowly. You know, they like promised us new games like every month, and then they started off doing that, but then it kind of turned into bi-monthly, and now it's kind of like tri-monthly.
And
And
it's
we're
like
lucky
the
to get like
weirdest
3, 4
choices.
games, you know, every 3 to 4 months. It feels
Yeah.
like.
And they haven't even kept up with it because they've gone some months without even releasing a game.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
exactly.
sure. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what are you really paying for? You're paying more money for the same thing you've had before,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and it's just.
And I mean,
it's
I
a
could
ripoff.
look at like like Sony and Microsoft's like online services where they're giving you like AAA games every month.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
they have the ability.
Crap,
even though
Xbox Gold gives you like what, like a few hundred games out of the gates.
it's
Yeah,
200.
doesn't that
It's
also give you
290.
access to Game Pass on top of that as well?
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
it
Can you
does.
do
Yeah.
that?
Because you could buy Game Pass, but they're basically correlated. If you buy one, you
Yeah.
get the other.
Right. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
meant.
So that's like, damn, I can go like play through like a Halo game for that price. Like hell yeah.
You could. They have so many games. Like
And
I mean,
Nintendo's giving me Spanky's Quest.
Yeah.
Not even
It's
Earthbound
like-
yet. Where the hell is Earthbound?
Yeah, they haven't even given us Earthbound yet. It's insane. And like the N64 games is like, yes, those are great games. And this would be a great update if it was free and they didn't charge us extra.
Yeah,
You know?
$30
So-
extra.
or if
Yeah,
it was like,
it's $10 more than the base version. You know, when they said it's like it would be a paid edition, everyone figured it'd be like, okay, 10, maybe like $5, $10.
15
know.
at the most. I'd pay.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
this.
$30 on top of the $20 already you're paying. And it's like,
I think they're just padding it with like, look, there's the Animal Crossing DLC. There's value, but you're better off just buying the Animal Crossing DLC on its own if you really care about it.
yeah. You know, and like not everyone even plays Animal Crossing, you know, not everyone even is gonna care about that DLC.
Yeah, it's
You know?
weird. And
And
then
it's
the
like
Genesis
if it was
games are, like,
only like
not an issue.
$5 more, I'd probably be willing to pay an extra $5 to, play some emulated N64 games on my Switch.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
you're not
$5 is the max for
looking
me.
into, playing N64 games on a handheld system specifically, I wouldn't recommend getting this at all. Especially when you can just download Project 64 on your PC right now, download a ROM of any N64 game you want to play and play it right there,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and your PC will optimize
For
it a lot better.
free,
For
you
free,
know?
for
And
It's
you
free.
can
like,
actually backwards log jump.
Pretty much.
yeah.
You know,
and-
yeah, actually, I have another issue with the N64 games. Two of the ones that are in there, we're getting Ocarina of Time and like Star Fox 64, right?
yeah.
Those are two games I'd much, much rather play to 3DS remakes.
Yeah,
Because
I kind of agree.
Ocarina of Time 3D just adds a lot of really nice quality of life stuff, and Star Fox
true.
64 3D is absolutely beautiful. Like that's one of the best looking games
Mhm.
in 3DS.
Yeah. I mean, I have like a soft spot for the N64 version of Ocarina of Time and stuff, but even I agree that like the 3DS version for the most part is better.
Yeah, unlike Majora's Mask.
Yeah, the Majora's Mask was a really bad remake. It flubbed up way too much.
It was sad. I was so excited for the remake. Of
I
that,
was
and it's,
too. And then, I owned a Prima guide for that because like they were selling it at GameStop. It's like, oh, if you buy this now, you get like 50% off pre-ordering the game. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. So I bought the guide for the 3DS remake. I never bought the game.
That's funny. I think I have a case for Majora's Mask 3D, but I never bought the game.
Yeah, I remember having it on my 3DS, and then I was like, this sucks.
It's sad. It ruins a lot of interesting stuff about
Yeah,
the game.
it's just weird because they messed up some of the physics. They messed up all the boss fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't even. It was like the same game, like picture wise, but like the game itself felt so different.
Majora's Mask already has a lot of like little visual touch-ups from Ocarina of Time, so it wasn't even that desperate in need of like a remake. Like Link's
Yeah.
way higher poly in Majora's Mask.
No, what people wanted out of Majora's Mask remake was like a 1-to-1 remake similar to how they did Ocarina of Time, but with like better graphics. And it makes sense that they do it on the 3DS because they did that for the Ocarina of Time one. They should have just made an HD remake of Ocarina of Time 1-to-1 like they did the 3DS remake, but they
Yeah, like they
cheaped
did
out
with
and did it on the
Twilight Princess
3DS
soon
instead.
after.
Yeah, well, that was just a remaster, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, with just upscaling the game to HD, the models are not much you can really do more with the models there.
I mean more like a Demon Souls
Yeah,
remake style, where it's just like 1-to-1 exact same game, just new
They should have
graphics.
hired Blue Point, but they're part of Sony now.
Yeah.
But,
But even that is like not something I necessarily would really want, It's like, okay, I'm fine with that, but at the same time it's like there's a soul to the old graphics that you lose a lot of times with remakes and stuff,
Yeah.
Like I don't think anyone would pick Twin Stakes over the original Metal Gear Solid,
Oh,
But
that's
there's
not
more
in 100
problems with
years.
Twin
many
Stakes.
more reasons. That's
Yeah,
because
but there's more problems with Twin Stakes than
that's because there's a cutscene
other
where
stuff.
Snake jumps on a missile and rides on it. Like,
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
it's so bad.
What's wrong with that?
Snake jumps on a missile and like rides it, like during a cutscene.
He's fucking Snake. That's what
My
he
favorite
does.
part of that game is Mei Ling lost her Chinese accent. And
Yeah.
I forgot who said it, but they said that they ate some bad Chinese food, and that's the reason they lost their accent. I believe in that theory.
It's a curse. It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
But then she had it back again in Brawl, so I don't know. It wasn't. That was up. Twin Snakes is a weird ass remake.
Yeah.
I almost wish they'd re-release it because that's one that's worth playing just because of how different and weird it is.
That's true.
Um,
But back to the Switch Online stuff. You
Yeah.
know, it's just a shitty service just in and of itself,
I am, when
It's
they
like you
get
have
like
to voice chat through a fucking phone app.
forgot about that. Oh,
It's actually that bad. It's insane.
it's like the stupidest idea.
Yeah. It's honestly insulting that they charge money for it.
Yeah, it's like
I mean,
man,
To be fair, I'm insulted when you charge money for any online service. I don't think that like Sony or Microsoft gets off on doing this either. Like, I still shit on them for that too. It's like, no, charging me money for an online service is fucking highway robbery.
Yeah.
It should be free. And it's even more insulting when Nintendo does it because their service is so bad.
Yeah, like half
It's
the
like-
games don't even have good online.
Yeah,
I know. It's like I'm constantly running into like connection issues and stuff and people DCing in Splatoon. It's
Yeah.
usually not lag, but it's usually straight up DCs, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
You never
is, like-
see lag in like online games. It's only except for Smash. Smash has some pretty bad online lag.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it's either you DC or it's fine, which there's
Yeah.
no middle ground, and it's not. It sometimes it's more often than not people DCing.
Yeah. And it's not like people's internet connections. It's really is the online service because like I don't have any other problems with any of my other games. I don't have problems any other time when I'm playing online and stuff, you know?
yeah.
So it really is just Nintendo's online, fucking network and shit,
You know,
Their
I'd like if they
interface.
released a version of this without the Animal Crossing DLC. Just so the price could be way lower.
But they're not
Because-
going to do that because that's why
Exactly.
they want to charge the price. I don't even think it's such a. I think what they're really doing is that they're like, okay, we're going to put on a bonus because we know that most people are only buying the online service because we're forcing them to buy it so they can play online. So
Yeah.
that if they want to continue to play the games that they already bought, like Splatoon and like Smash, they can
Yeah.
keep playing them. But with like the expansion pack, they're like, okay, let's charge an outrageous price, but we know that we have a diehard fan base that will buy our shit no matter what. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like they're definitely
Yeah,
gonna lose
I'm
a lot
gonna
of
probably
sales
buy
still.
this when like Banjo gets on there.
I'm not buying this. Don't buy it when Banjo gets on there. Download Project 64 and play Banjo Kazooie on an N64 emulator instead.
Fine.
Or
Project
just
64
buy
is
it
kinda shitty
on Rare
for games.
Replay. You know?
Project 64 is kind of shitty aside from Mario 64 though.
I mean, that's true. But
Maybe I'll use Mupin.
yeah. There's other N64 emulators as
There
well.
is. The issue of N64 emulators is so many of them are just made for as Mario 64 speedrunning machines.
That's true.
Like they don't care about other games at all. It's really bizarre. It's not like that in PS1 emulation. It's so weird. PS1 emulation is still just terrible, even after like it's been around since like the 90s. You'd think that it'd be good by now.
Yeah. But like it does suck because it's like I'm not paying that price, you know?
Yeah.
It's like it's like if Nintendo was Spider-Man when he puts the pizzas on the shelf and he goes, pizza time.
What?
It's
And then the
time.
lady's like, I'm not paying for that.
What?
You know the scene.
I
from
know what he's
Spider-Man.
talking about from
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man he puts the pizzas on the
I'm
shelf
not paying
and
for
he's like,
those.
it's pizza time. And she's like, I'm not paying for those. It's like I am the lady saying I'm not paying for that. And Nintendo
can't
is
remember
Spider-Man
the
with the pizza.
original
And the pizza
Because
is
I've seen so many YouTube poops. I can't remember the original context. I haven't watched
He was
Spider-Man 2
doing-
in so long.
he was delivering pizzas and he was late.
Yeah.
And she wasn't paying for them because they were past 30 minutes. And if they're after 30 minutes, then they're free.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, Nintendo is Spider-Man and the pizzas are N64 games. And then I'm the lady and I'm saying, and it's like, and Nintendo's like, N64 time. And then I'm like, I'm not paying for that.
It's a good joke.
Yeah.
Analogy. Yeah. Also, what games are they not going to release for N64, like Earthbound? What are the games that we're going to be like asking for forever and that just will never show up? Why not just get Banjo Kazooie,
Definitely-
but not Banjo Tooie?
Yeah. Well, we're definitely not going to get, 007 GoldenEye. We're not getting GoldenEye.
Yeah, that would be too cool.
Yeah. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because I'm not going to pay for it
that's
anyway.
a hard maybe. Yeah, and that's if
Yeah.
we end up paying for it, and I'm not convinced whatsoever.
We're gonna get we're gonna get Mother 64. Just to make like we got a Star Fox 2. Just to make people
Right.
go insane. That would be sick, actually. That would be really funny if we get Mario 64 because Mario 3 has never been officially released in America. That would be the funniest
Yeah.
thing ever, actually.
You get Earthbound 64.
I wonder if it's lying around in a hard drive somewhere.
I'm sure they have some files for it left around.
That game might have been just like straight up finished. It's just they might have not released it because that game is ugly.
I mean, potentially. I don't know. I assume they only got partway through development. I assume they never actually finished the game.
Yeah, I think they probably. I think they got like from what I've heard, they got pretty close to finishing, and it got axed because 64 DD did terribly.
That makes sense. And that game was like relying on it and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was like they made a full on another like Zelda game that never happened, like an Ocarina of Time like giant expansion. And they were just like, oh, guess this is gonna have to be Majora's Mask now. They had to like scale back a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because 64 DD screwed a lot of games up.
Yeah. A little unrelated, but speaking of like Mother leaks and stuff, I heard recently that the Mother 4 fan game, Oddity,
Yeah.
like a really early version of that got leaked apparently, like a couple
Interesting.
days ago.
Huh.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this was like a 2016 build or something like that, so
Yeah, so a ton of stuff's changed. But
Yeah.
was it still called Mother 4 back then?
I think it was still, it would still
Okay.
be called Mother 4 back then.
I got so many quirky Earthbound inspired RPGs I gotta get through before that, though. I still gotta play like Omori, which isn't even like Earthbound inspired, but it's a quirky RPG, so it falls under the banner.
Yeah.
I want to play Earthbound, but also when I get to play it, it's like, man, I just want to play Undertale now. I think I'm more interested in Mother 1 than I am in Earthbound at this point, just because I know way less about that game.
It's literally just Earthbound but clunkier.
Yeah,
I'm
but it
not
also has some
joking.
weirdness.
Like a lot of the areas are the same, the characters are functionally the same, the
Yeah.
story is almost the same. Mechanically it's the same but not as good.
Yeah. Music goes hard
It's
as hell, though.
very much kind of like a Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 3 comparison.
Yeah. They did it a lot with NES and SNES games, I feel like Castlevania and Castlevania 4.
Yeah.
Every game that had Super in the title, that was that.
Yeah.
Super always makes the title better.
It was probably because they were like, okay, now we're on the Super Nintendo, we have way more power. Let's just go back to the original idea, and now we can fully execute on it, without any real restraints for the most part,
Yeah, we can do sprite rescaling. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that boss in Castlevania 4, where his entire gimmick is he just gets smaller as you hit him, and then you beat him, he just spins around the screen just to show that they can do that with the entire boss. It's hilarious.
Castlevania 4 is very much just like, I'm a game to exist to show off the power of the hardware.
And it's the best action-focused Castlevania still, somehow.
Yeah.
It's so weird that game never got like a real sequel.
Yeah. But speaking of Castlevania stuff, I think that really does kind of show a big flaw in Nintendo's, online subscription service, where they're trying to have like a classic Nintendo, like, Netflix sense, in a way. Because like they're missing so many important third-party games,
Where's like Mega Man?
there's no Mega Man and there's no Castlevania, and there's a bunch of other stuff they're missing too. They got some hidden gems in there, but for the most part, they're missing
There's like
stuff.
some interesting like hidden gem picks like Pup and Twinbee and stuff, but like otherwise But I get Mega Man and Castlevania because they have their own collections.
That's exactly it. They have their own collection.
In the Castlevania collection especially, I'm glad we got that instead, because that includes the feature to play the Japanese versions of the game, which have better music.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, but that's exactly it. It's like Konami is not going to give Nintendo Castlevania to put on their service for like a fee and stuff, as opposed to just releasing their own collection that they're going to sell anyway. Same with Capcom and Mega Man,
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to sell their own anniversary collection on the Switch and on like Steam.
That's why it's so weird
platforms.
that the Genesis games are there, because we already have a Genesis collection.
Exactly. So that does really beg the question. So like, if you watched my reaction to like the Nintendo Act, it's like when they announced that they were coming with Genesis games, I was like shocked.
It's really weird.
And like my reaction was kind of like over the top to an extent, but that was honestly, more me being so surprised because I never thought they would do that, compared as opposed to me being like happy that they're doing that.
The
You know,
Genesis games is
it's like,
especially weird because they have some games that aren't in the Genesis collection that's already in the eShop. It has Castlevania Bloodlines.
yeah,
So they can get Castlevania games. They're just only
just
the
that
Genesis
one.
one? What?
Well, is Bloodlines in any of the other collections?
Yes, it's in the classic collection on Switch. The one that
Okay,
1 through 3 and Super Castlevania's on, and Kid Dracula.
right. Okay.
It's a really good collection.
And I know they also just released the Advanced Collection, which had all the GBA games plus
Dracula X.
Dracula X,
But we still have Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood on.
which is exclusive only to the PlayStation.
I think I heard that they're using a proprietary Sony emulator for those.
That
They're
makes
using
sense.
PSP versions of the game that they made ages ago, and they're just emulating them with a PS4 emulator, so
That would make sense.
they have to make brand new ports of the game, apparently. That's the issue.
You could also play
Right.
Castlevania on Xbox.
Yeah, Symphony of
And
the
I
Night has
feel
a
like if
Xbox.
they wanted to do a port of like Symphony of the Night, they'd probably want to do like a full-on remake instead.
They should,
you know?
because PS4 port's really lame. They got rid
Yeah.
of the voice.
No, it's still there. They just
Well, they replaced
redubbed
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they redubbed it
It's
with
too
worse.
competent.
Yeah, that's the problem. But that's the problem. If they were to remake it, it wouldn't have the original voice acting either. It would have newer voice acting that would be even more competent. And then it wouldn't be good either.
Belong in this world. Actually, I like Richter's Smash Ultimate voice.
Yeah.
That's a good guy. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh. I was brought by humans who want to pay me tribute.
What is a man? I can't even do that line justice. He says that line in the beginning of Castlevania Lords of Shadows 2 when they pull out a mech to kill Dracula, and then he just calls them a miserable little pile of secrets. What is that supposed to mean in context? Like, were they hiding the mech from him?
It's a reference.
That's
That's about it. I
Lords
think
of Shadows.
isn't Lords of Shadows just full of random references to other video games, Castlevania, and other
Not
stuff
the
as
first
well?
one. Mirror of Fate and 2 overcompensated because the first one has next to nothing from the original Castlevania.
Mm,
Like, literally, I completely believe the theory is that game was another IP that they just made the main character's name Belmont and added the ending.
right. It's crazy to think that Mercury Steam made those games and then went on to make
Shit!
Metroid Dread.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's probably because did they make Mirror of Fate as the 3DS one? Because that was a full-on Metroidvania.
They probably did.
Okay, yeah.
If I had to guess, I don't know 100%, but if I had to guess, I'd say yes.
Then they were probably the only big studio doing Metroidvanias at the time Samus Returns was in development, so that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Mirror of Fate's pretty interesting, actually. That one I actually want to get to playing, because that one, the gimmick is that you play as Trevor, Alucard, and Simon across like a period of a few hundred years, and that's cool as hell.
Right.
And it's a Metroidvania.
Kind of like Eternal Darkness.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. That is cool. Also, can I say spoilers for that game because nobody cares?
Sure.
Alucard is Trevor. Dun dun
Whoa.
dun. Because the twist at the end of the first game is the guy you play as becomes Dracula, and you're playing as that guy's son, who's Trevor, and then he becomes
Whoa.
Alucard. That's raw as hell.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I did start playing Lord's Shadows the other day, by the way.
Yeah.
That game, it's just God of War.
Oh yeah, it really is.
It's just God of War. It's fine. And I'm fine if there never being another Castlevania game, actually. I'm fine with that series.
I'm okay with it, but only because Bloodstain exists.
Exactly. Bloodstain exists. I don't have to care anymore.
Yeah.
We got a perfectly fine spiritual successor with the same developer. Like, Iga's there.
It's like if we were getting new Castlevania games, they would just be like Bloodstain anyway. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. Except maybe with higher budgets, but
I genuinely think if we got a new Castlevania game, they'd try to do like a Souls-like kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, if they were to make a 3D Castlevania game, if they tried to make it like a Metroidvania / Souls-like, I think that could work.
I think that's exactly what they would do, especially because I mean, like there have been like other like AAA Souls likes too. Like there was that
Yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order and stuff. So that's clearly like the thing that sells.
I mean,
Now,
Dark Souls 1 isn't like too off bat from, like an
oh
Igavania style
yeah, people
game,
compare it to Castlevania all the time. I
Yeah.
agree with the sentiment that it's the best 3D Castlevania game because it totally is.
Pretty
Only
much.
problem is whips suck.
Yeah. They got better in 3.
They did. They did. Gotta do my Simon Belmont cosplay playthrough.
Yeah. Okay. We kind of got off base talking about the online service.
See, because the
Yeah, I
online service is
wasn't.
a downer.
I just kind of let you
Castlevania's
guys
more
take that
fun.
one.
The online
Yeah.
service sucks.
It's way overpriced. Don't pay for it. Not worth it.
They'll trick me into paying for it when they add what's like the shittiest N64 game that they'll add that I'd buy.
I don't know. I mean, they're coming out with a lot of good ones. The list they have so far is good. They got Paper Mario. They gonna get Kirby. They're gonna get Banjo. I think they already announced like Wave Race 64 and stuff.
Oh, Paper Mario was in the list.
Yeah.
Shit, I do want to play Kirby 64 pretty bad.
Emulate it.
Okay, yeah, fair. Go.
All right, do we? Is that everything? We
Yeah.
want to say on this?
Yes.
I guess. Yeah, don't buy it.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
buy
don't.
it. This is our and if you take anything from this,
It's a bad service.
don't do it.
Yeah.
You will be shooting yourself in the foot financially if you do this.
It's really it's actually insane that they want to charge $30 extra for what is literally just renting out Animal Crossing DLC and then renting Genesis and N64 games. Compared to like the original one, which it's like, okay, you get to play online, you get NES and SNES games, you get cloud saving, and you get like some other stuff too. Which $20 for that alone is already like highway robbery. It's
Yeah.
already completely outrageous, super overpriced.
Actually, I've half warmed up to the SNES games, as I said. Like $20 for all of the SNES games, I'm kind of almost on board with if they actually had a slightly bigger library.
Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that. If they actually updated it regularly, so I felt like my subscription was actually going, like I was actually being rewarded.
Yeah.
But the problem is they don't update it regularly,
Yeah.
which is like my biggest problem with the service as a whole. Besides the fact that it just sucks.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that my most played game on the Switch, which is the thing I am buying this service for to begin with, because you're forcing my arm and making me pay extra for a game I already bought at $60 and then bought the DLC for another $20 and then have to pay an additional $20 to play online for it,
Yeah.
And I can't even use the cloud save feature on it. So what happens if my like Switch breaks and I lose like my save data and shit?
You're fucked.
Simple
Simple as that.
It's like I wouldn't just lose my 100% completed file of like Splatoon 2. I'd also lose like my ranked placement and shit.
Yeah.
Bad. And they're like, "Oh, well people could cheat." And I'm like, every other service offers cloud saves and stuff on their online games and nobody cheats on that shit.
Yeah.
It's like really isn't a problem. You
Who's gonna
invented it,
cheat in
Nintendo.
like Splatoon.
People do that all the time.
I know, but like, I don't even like care about cheaters in some games at this point, unless they're like really, really overwhelming, like in TF2.
Yeah.
Other games, it's like, you're
Nah, I
cheating.
mean, I've seen like I haven't encountered much myself, just because you basically need to be super top ranked in order to really encounter it, because that's where all the cheaters are. Because
Yeah.
they'll spawn in and then the game will immediately end and they'll win. Because that's how the cheaters are in Splatoon. It's like you spawn in, like imagine playing a game of like Clan Blitz. The game loads in. The cheater is already outside of their spawn before the match has even started and has already broken your basket with 12 fucking like clams.
I wish that cheats could actually be funny. I can
They
appreciate
are
cheaters.
funny. It's just not funny to play against.
No, like you ever like run into those Dark Souls cheaters where like they have like cheats where they just do ridiculous attacks, like blasting 20 dark beads at you? That's hilarious.
Yeah, I saw a guy in Dark Souls 2 once who was doing a Thor cosplay, and they were like shooting lightning and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lucas, you ever run into a Dead by Daylight cheater? They're funny.
Not yet.
They're not too aggressive, but they're pretty funny.
Yeah, I've seen.
They're really annoying when you're a killer, but also it's so dumb cheating in Dead by Daylight. Like, because that tryharding in that game is just like, what are you even doing? It's like.
It's like you're playing hide and seek. Just play hide and seek.
Yeah, that's the fun of the game.
Just play hide and seek, and if you're the killer, you get rewarded by killing people. Like, hello?
But nah, like there's like hackers that like, active like repair gens from across the map. It's freaking hilarious.
Anyway, you guys want to just move on to the Minecraft?
Yes, we got the Minecraft Live next. And oh boy, am I excited for this 1.19 update. I just have to say.
I am too. Although, I was excited for another update and ended up not playing that too much. Like Minecraft's one of those games where, I feel like I do just get a mood occasionally and play a ton.
Yeah, I'm doing a world with my girlfriend and my other friend right now, and we're doing like this job system where we capture like zombified villagers, and we'll give them like their own house. And
you're ripping us off. That was our idea.
Well, no, they thought of that, so it's not like
independently. Okay.
It's not an original idea. Everybody does it.
Yeah,
we enslaved them in underground houses in our server.
It was only one guy who was stuck in a basement.
No,
he was the first one. We were working out the theory.
Yeah, that was.
Everybody else we gave a real house too.
That was the Frankenstein moment we had, and then we knew we could do it.
Yeah, he was the fisherman who lived in a basement.
What's the beast's name?
I think they completely disregarded the moral of Frankenstein with that. But
anyways, let's get into what they talked about in this Minecraft Live.
Yeah. Let's do the least interesting thing first. Minecraft Dungeons is adding a tower thing with like daily and weekly challenges.
Oh, I thought that was kind of interesting.
I've heard Dungeons is kind of sparse content-wise, so I guess that's kind of nice. Like a reason to actually come back to the game.
Yeah, it's that daily check-in type deal, where you get rewards and stuff, and if you do the challenges, you get extra experience.
I found a lot of the service things kind of annoying, like the games as a service, like daily login stuff. It's annoying. It's annoying for some games. Some games where it's like Animal Crossing, where they've been doing it for like 20 years, I'm fine with, because the entire game is built around it. But when you just like log in every day, so you're addicted to the game.
I don't think it's like that. I mean, if you really like the game, you'll enjoy the extra login features.
Well, that's the thing about Dungeons. Does anybody like Minecraft Dungeons?
I mean, I played it. I thought it was not too bad. I thought it was pretty fun, actually. I haven't played it in a little bit, but it's actually kind of fun.
I would see you having fun with it because you love dungeon crawlers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean it's not like that just goes with any game. It's not for everybody, but I personally like it. So
I mean, it makes sense that you would like it because it's like totally up your alley,
Yeah, exactly.
So even if it's not like the greatest thing in the world, it's not like the pinnacle of its genre. It's still not terrible.
Yeah.
And since it's a genre you really like, it makes sense that you would enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm not praising the game. It's not like perfect to me. Obviously, there's a few things that I would change.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Is this update only happening just to combat Diablo 2 Remastered?
I'm not sure.
That just came out. I'm wondering if this was just announced just to like cash in on that.
I feel like there was talk of this already before though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is just like all of a sudden.
It's probably a coincidence.
Okay.
I mean, companies do tend to release things at this same like time.
Yeah, it's like financial quarters and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Although Minecraft Dungeons always disappointed me because it was like, like a cool like Diablo like game with like
definitely didn't live up to the hype.
I want to see how they're working like Minecraft gimmicks, and then they don't really at all. It was like not really a lot of like aside from the visuals, there's not really a lot of Minecraft to the identity of it. Like
In
I was
fact, they
wondering,
just
like,
add a lot of stuff that just isn't in Minecraft, you know?
like I was wondering, like, if placing blocks would like work into like an ARPG. Like, oh, could I build like barricades on the go or something while I'm in the middle of
Fortnite and
fights?
Minecraft have an RPG?
Yeah, like that
now?
would be hilarious. That'd be really neat.
That would
Or
be
like,
pretty cool.
or like if an enemy's too tough, they could like chase you, and like you get to like a door, and you could like put a block in front of the door so they can't keep chasing you. Like little stuff like that. Like that'd be fun.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's just kind of a Diablo clone than a Minecraft skin.
Yeah, that's all it really is.
I mean, it's a smooth game.
But isn't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. That formula works. There's a million like hack and slashes like that are all good.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't never meant to be like the best thing.
Yeah. No, it's just a Minecraft spinoff.
Exactly.
But let's get to some of the other announcements in this.
So you want to talk about like from least exciting to the most exciting stuff?
Sure.
Okay. Fireflies. Two big long entities are being added to the game. Fireflies.
They're so funny. I genuinely think when I see them, like I'll be like, "Is something wrong with my screen? Do I have like a dead pixel?"
Yeah, there's gonna be one dead pixel and then one really lit up pixel. But
it's like,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying that.
But basically, the only reason these guys are in here is because they added frogs as well,
which are awesome. I like frogs a lot.
And the frogs actually spawn according to the biome. So I'm pretty sure there's like snow frogs. Like
I believe there's at the moment they announced 3 variants.
I thought it was
there's
4, but it might be 3.
All I remember, there's like hot biome ones like desert and like stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's only
there's
3.
Like swamp ones, and I think there was like snow ones.
Yeah, the snow ones definitely looked pretty cool though.
Yeah,
but
that's cool. I like frogs, and they even do the thing with their throat where like it gets big when they rip it. It's awesome.
Can you freeze them?
Ooh, I wonder.
That I don't know.
You freeze them like churn out.
That'd be interesting.
No, we already got ice frogs.
That would be a pretty cool concept in the game. If you had like an ice
freezing frogs and throwing them at people.
No. Like you can freeze like entities in a block, like an axolotl or a fish, and you can like if you're in.
I'm surprised that's not an enchantment actually, like for swords.
Or like a splash potion of freezing.
Yeah, that would actually be awesome. Like throwing freezing splash potions, that'd be awesome. I love that.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be cool if they added it along with a mob that was like freezing related.
Like an ice update,
like an ice revenant or something.
They'll just be blue blazes.
No, I feel like they could go for like the Warcraft ice revenant look.
Like, actually, Minecraft's pretty good about not adding a lot of reskins lately.
You say that, but like last year they added a glow squid.
Yeah. They did, but that was only because that was requested for Minecraft Earth.
True.
Minecraft Earth have had a shit ton of reskins. Which we should have gotten some of those, actually. I would love to have, like, the flower cow.
And honestly, they really have been pretty good with the non-reskins because pretty much all the nether mobs, like as far as, like, the piglins, the zombie pigmen, and the piglin brutes, they're technically all the same model, but they actually have a lot of different details on each of the models.
The zombie pigman.
Yeah, the zombie pigmen.
I missed the original. I miss him.
the no walking animation with the gold sword.
I miss him so much.
He had a walking animation.
Not on Pocket Edition. He just like zombie walked at you.
Well, yeah.
Pocket Edition didn't have a skybox for years.
True. Yeah, that's. I do like a lot of the I don't even know what to call them, like all these different style of villages and dungeons they're adding to the actual Minecraft game.
No, yeah.
Because like I forget what they're called, but where the piglin brutes spawn, they have like an insane amount of like loot there. And I just find it so cool because it gives you. No. Right. Strongholds are completely separate. Those are
strongholds.
I know what you're talking about. It's like the pig forts. I don't remember.
They had a name
though. Because I know they added them in the Nether update, where it's like fortresses with all the pig monsters are in there. If you try to steal their stuff, they'll like
the Bastion remnants.
Right.
So they spawn in the bash remnants in the Nether, and they're made out of like blackstone and shit. But like but they have like their own fortress, and they have like, I think the nicest item I've gotten is like a fully enchanted pair of leggings that are diamond. Like the loot in there is nuts.
Yeah, they got good loot, but if you try to steal from them, they'll start attacking you.
Yeah.
Good.
But that's only you get attacked either way from them. You have to wear gold of some sort, whether it's like if you wear boots or something, they won't attack you. But those are the
if you like specifically go into their fortress and then open their chests and stuff, won't they attack you?
The brutes will attack you if you even enter the fortress, period.
Okay.
Like freaking Ewoks?
I thought they were like passive until you tried to steal from them or attack them.
No. They are.
So just entering the fortress will aggro them.
Yeah, if they see you, if they see you, it's over. There's no like walking over. Oh, I'm not gonna touch your chest. Nope.
But it's only the brutes. It's not the regular ones.
Yeah, because the
regular ones are.
Regular ones just behave like old zombie pigmen with a little bit more detail, from what I remember.
Yeah, they look like alive zombie pigmen, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like if I remember correctly, the regular piglins will have gold swords, but then the piglin brutes will have like gold axes, right?
Yep.
And that's like the key difference?
Pretty much. And then, actually, they do. The piglin brutes actually have like some sort of like clothing on. They're not.
Right, they have a different outfit.
Yeah.
As well.
They're the same like face and stuff.
Yeah.
They definitely look distinctly different. But what's cool
you
is
can tell the difference, you know.
You can take gold, and the piglin brutes, like, they store gold blocks. Like, they have like, I think the max you can get is like 30 in a really good bastion. And you can mine those and turn them all into gold bars, and you can trade with the regular piglins, and they can give you anything from like really rare. They can give you ancient debris, but they can give you nether pearls, netherrack, pretty much any base material. Like
right, yeah.
I need to play another update.
And they added biomes. It looks really
good.
Yeah. Anyway, we should probably talk about the new update that they announced as opposed to last year's update.
Yes, as you can see, last year's update was.
Okay. Let's get past frogs.
So that the frogs, I guess, actually, let's correlate that conversation into the next thing. They are adding like these deep down. They call them villages, I think. I'm not sure if there's a different name for them.
No, I know the name was like Deep Dark.
Yeah, the Deep Dark Village or something like that. But basically,
Deep Dark is cool as hell.
That's gonna kind of be like a bastion, but in your regular overworld and like below 0.
That's where the warden lives. Yes.
Yeah, the warden's gonna spawn near it, and the warden actually, we'll touch on that real quick. He can't see you, but he reacts to smell and sound.
Right.
So, like, you can use snowballs that the chest will sometimes spawn. Like, there'll be snowballs in those chests.
Oh my god, did you get used to snowballs?
Yes, and you can throw them at the walls, and it'll distract him.
That's awesome.
Right.
That's such a unique feature. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like, oh, I can use snowballs now.
So, I'm just wondering what the warden's going to be protecting. Like, what's the advantage going down here?
The loot? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there must be some good stuff down there.
But it's been cool as hell.
It's gonna be pretty much the same range of loot-wise as a bastion. From the way they were describing it, that is.
Yeah.
Because they showed
with all these new updates, they just keep making Minecraft harder and scarier.
No, they make it more interesting and worth playing.
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, it's like you look at like older versions of Minecraft compared to what it is nowadays. Like the old versions, like the scariest thing you could encounter was like an Enderman, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's like you can like fall down into the deep dark. You know, the Nether is like way scarier than it used to be.
Yeah, the Nether is actually really fucking scary now.
Yeah, and like you know, you can fall down into the deep dark, and then you have to like not get fucked up by the warden, who will two-shot you even in like max netherite armor and shit, you know?
He hits you like a fucking truck. It's gonna be scary. That's definitely gonna be the most scariest thing they've added. No lie.
This update gets added to 2B2T eventually, and there's Warden's Wandering Spawn. That'd be great.
Yeah. They're gonna use them as like biological weapons, like
just gonna, like
how Umbrella unleashes tyrants in the Raccoon City.
Literally tyrants. They're gonna airdrop them into bases.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking about the warden, and he's like reminding me of the Emmy from Metroid Dread and like Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 remake and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like I've always been saying. It's like Minecraft is a Souls-like survival horror open world game.
Yeah, game.
It's the Lego game.
Yes.
It's funny Lego game.
It's funny, but if you're playing on like hardcore mode where you don't respawn, then it becomes roguelike.
Yes.
It is.
But it also adds a lot of value to that specific world because the longer you can survive and the more shit you can do, it just is like, wow, I did this all in one life.
Yeah. Whoa. And then you die and you lose all of it.
And then you lose all of it. So
just like a Steel Soul run in like Hollow Knight. Dude, I did one of those once and I died to like the Mantis Lords. I was like, God damn it. I made it like a third of the way through the game.
Oof. I've tried Ultra Nightmare of Doom 2016 where it deletes your file if you die. I think I got like 5 hours into that actually. Was it?
No, you actually play a lot of Doom, so I'm
Doom
not surprised about that.
2016 is not that hard compared to Eternal, which is like one of the hardest things I've ever played. Eternal, I had to turn on like like the golden Tanuki suit from 3D World. They got that in Doom Eternal now.
Do they have like Luigi Doom guy who he does the level for you?
Oh, that'd be great. They should have. They should have put that in the Switch version.
Yeah. Or what would he be? He'd be Doom. He'd be like Doom Dude.
No, Samus shows up and plays a level for you.
Yeah.
But let's the next thing that they talked about, probably the most exciting thing that everybody was hearing about, especially on Twitter, was the new
mob vote.
NPC mob vote. Yeah, it's a mob. It's actually a mob. It was between the Copper Golem and then Ally, and then there was another one. I always forget the name of this one.
Gribble, something.
What was it?
The Bushman.
The Gleam, I think it was, right? I don't remember his name. It was the Bush guy. And he didn't win, so it doesn't matter. We'll never get to see him again.
So basically, Ally's in the game, and I'll give you a quick rundown. So
Ally's based.
Copper Golem should have won. He could oxidize. He could push buttons.
Copper Golem was useless.
But pushing buttons is awesome. You guys don't understand the usages.
I am glad Ally's in, and I'll explain why. Ally is definitely the most useful out of these three mobs because you can literally give him a task to do on getting like, let's say stone, and let's say you're clearing out a whole chunk, and you can have this mob literally collect every single one of those blocks, bring it to a chest that has a hopper under it that leads to a sorting system, and you just have an infinite sorting system.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's literally awesome. And it literally gets mad when there's nothing left to do.
Like and it dances to music.
Yes. Like, hello? And he's a cool blue, like he's a light blue color, like.
Yeah. He's like a little fairy from
was
Zelda.
Like real copper. He probably attracted lightning. That could have been cool as hell.
That's a fair point. That does sound pretty cool.
Imagine being able to make charged creepers on command.
I mean, okay, Copper Golem's better than the Bushman, but like...
See, the Bushman is lame because his feature is totally useless. It's like, I can tell if the game is dark.
Yeah.
It's like... Or I can just... And if I really want to know if monsters can spawn, you can press F3 and see the exact lightness level.
Yeah. And you know what they should do? They should remove the glow squid and then add the Copper Golem instead.
Yeah, sure. Do that. It'd be great.
Yeah.
I want the Copper Golem just because I want to see what insane things people could do with redstone if a mob could push buttons.
Yeah.
Especially because he like randomly pushes them, so you could do some like crazy stuff with that.
Yeah, he'd be your RNG machine.
Yeah, an RNG machine in Minecraft is insane. I bet people could make like truly unbreakable like code doors in Minecraft at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, people already have ones that are like in the billions of guesses you have to do, but I bet we could go higher.
Yeah. I mean, like this mob vote was definitely better than last year's. What was
last year's other than a glow squid? I just remember him.
There was like a glow squid. There was a cow reskin. I think it was the flower cow.
I like
And
the
then there
flower
was
con.
something else.
Should've
I don't
won.
even remember.
Oh.
Maybe it was I think it was an ice villager, I think.
Oh, I'm looking him up. Yeah, the Ice Villager's cool. I love the Moo Bloom. He should have won. And
Yeah.
the Glow Squid is so lame. He
The
acts
glow
like normal
squid's by
squid.
far the lamest one.
Wait, he has no special ability?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't
You
even
just get
actually glow.
You
Oh
just
my
he
god.
glows. He has like glow spots, but he only drops glow dust. Or no,
That's
no,
so
glowing ink sacs. Sorry, I cannot talk right now.
What do
that is-
they do?
I don't think they do anything.
See, he's fucking worthless.
Either that or they used in some sort of potion, but it can only be like one type of potion.
This is all Dream's fault. If he
Oh, it's
just
even-
took his normal pills, he would pick a normal good choice.
That that Minecraft YouTuber. That's the biggest insult I can give him.
Yeah.
Something cool that they talked about for the Caves and Cliffs update was unique code or unique seed parity. They're making it so like if you, let's say you open up a world, like you have a 1,000-day hardcore world going on and you really like that seed, you can take that seed code, put it in a new world, and it'll pretty much generate the exact same seed.
Interesting. Well, seeds have always existed, but it's actually pretty annoying to extract the seed.
Yeah, so basically they're saving you the time of actually extracting it because they have, I guess you could say, optimized it better to identically create the same seed that you had already loaded before.
Didn't they also show some more streamlined modding tools?
Yes.
Okay. That one I'm a bit whatever on because there's already so many modding tools for Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean,
it's I don't care about like there being an official one. Like we don't need that.
yeah, it's not hard to mod Minecraft, to be honest.
No, I mean it's
The
good.
very few
It's
services that they
neat.
have are actually very well optimized, and the most of the mods work. Like I think it's taken me at most 5 minutes to download any mod that I've wanted to play for Minecraft.
Yeah.
That one being
Yeah.
the Clay Soldiers mod because it was so big.
Yeah. Although, have you ever played any like 700 mod packs? Those can be a bit of annoying to install.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Just,
if you have you have a
no.
PC to handle it, I mean, you shouldn't be playing with the 700 mod pack on a freaking laptop.
Hey, 700 mods is fun.
Yeah, but you gotta
Yeah.
prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, you should at least be playing on a gaming laptop for
Yeah,
the gamers.
It's
Yeah,
a gamer laptop.
one that has
I'm on a
at
gamer
least-
laptop right now.
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
using
well,
your gamer
what's your-
laptop with
what's
your
your
gamer
graphics
body
card?
spray it for the boys.
The keyboard literally glows blue.
Okay, what's the graphics card in there? Is it Intel or AMD?
I forget. I think Intel.
Probably Intel if it's a
Yeah, probably
laptop.
Intel.
Go to your task manager.
Who cares? That's
You're
not
not doing
important.
computer. You're not doing troubleshooting.
This is too
on a
off
computer.
topic. Let's just go back to Minecraft. It's good that they're improving mod support.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't even know why we're having this discussion. It's a good thing. It's like, okay, they're improving it. That's good.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, there's no downsides to it. It's like, oh, do they really need to? It's like, well, it doesn't matter if they really need to. It's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm just half worried about you know how they did like Minecraft Store and like people like try to just only release adventure maps on that.
That's
I
true.
am half worried about that happening to mods.
See, that's a fair point. Now that's something to actually discuss.
Where them owning the modding tools makes that way more likely.
It's true.
So
You know, Bethesda
has
tried to
worked.
pull that shit, you know.
and Minecraft could totally get away with it.
Yeah.
Because they've already gotten away with it for a while now with like they've been selling maps and stuff.
Yeah.
There's no free adventure maps anymore. They just don't come out.
Wow.
Aside from like a few like really old mappers that are just like really against the store.
Yeah, you're always gonna have people like that.
Yeah.
But there was another thing I'm trying to remember. Let me see if I'm looking through this website. Oh, yeah. So basically, if you have also a pre-existing world, when you open it up in the new update, like in the Caves and Cliffs update, it'll automatically blend that current world with all the new biomes.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to like basically make a new world to play in.
Yeah, because it used to be any chunks you've already loaded would be old biomes, so that'd actually be kind of neat if they actually changed biome.
Yeah, so they're able to world blend now and mix the existing worlds with the brand new world generation features.
That's good because you used to if you wanted to play an old seed with new features, you had to travel out really far.
But
so that's nice.
It also could mean, with this being possible now, it also means that you could have a deep dark cave spawn right under your house.
Yay, that's great. I want to have that means I can take over the deep dark then. I can colonize it.
You gotta fight the warden first.
I can take his ass. What's he gonna do?
He's Hit like me? He's the strongest mob besides the Ender Dragon, and he hits you like a truck. He two-shots you with.
I'll hit him with some TNT. What's he gonna do?
You're gonna need a rocket launcher to take him out.
You know what? I'm gonna crystal combat PvP that guy. That's the equivalent to a rocket launcher.
Yeah, that's true.
What's he gonna do to that? Actually, wait. Do crystals hurt mobs? I don't think
they might. I'm not sure. Take him through another portal and then bed bomb him.
Yes, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to trap him in one of those nether portals where he can't log out. What's he going to do about that?
Yeah.
But I think that's everything that was talked about. Do you guys remember anything? I know you, Black Chestnut, you've only seen a couple clips.
I didn't watch the full thing either. I've just kind of read about it and watched the same clip that he did.
I peeked at the majority of this.
With chests in it.
Yes. I forgot the other least exciting thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
They're adding boats with chests in them.
Oh yes, that is something I forgot. This is why I have you guys here.
You know, that'll actually be nice when you're going in your adventures, like your ocean adventures. Like when you're just plundering sunken ships and stuff.
I wish they would make a bigger boat. So, like, if you go out and, let's say, you find a village and you got, like, you want to bring back 2 cats. Like, they should make a boat with, like, 4 open spots.
That would be cool.
Like, you could you could bring back your pets and then you could have a 2 chest.
You know, they'd call it something like a yacht.
Yeah. Like a boat. Or
how about just a big canoe that you just all sit back to back?
Or sail ship.
Yeah, that works.
Or sail ship. Because that's pretty much what it would be. They have like a sail and then 4 spots. And then you would just sit in the front or back?
I don't know. But
they need to add that like officially with like actual movable stuff like trains and boats. I know there's like mods for that, but they're always clunky.
Buildable vehicles would be so cool, but I almost feel like that might get too complicated for base Minecraft.
Yeah.
I don't know how they can do that with like.
But like, I just want to make a train that actually works, man.
I do too. That would be so cool.
You know what would be cool though?
Or a ship that actually.
You ever play with
sails.
the airship mod? The Minecraft airship mod? It is so much fun.
Every time I've tried to get that to work, it's always been really clunky for me.
Yeah.
But I'm probably just doing it wrong.
It's still really cool.
It's always the one minor thing, like you forget to copy paste this one file or extract the one file.
Not even that. It's like getting it to work in game and stuff.
Oh yeah, it can be janky. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how they could simplify like vehicle building to have it 1 still feel like Minecraft and 2 have it simple enough to not feel like a mod. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I could see how trains could work if you make specific railways for them, and then you have to put specific blocks for the wheels for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everything like connected to those wheels on top of it.
It maybe has to be between the wheels. Like, I don't know. So that you don't like
build connected to the wheels.
Yeah, so you don't build a moving platform that goes out forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This conversation sparked an idea in my head, and I'm sure this is a mod already. But hear me out. What if we actually like had like the villages that spawned? They weren't like the villagers. They were actual like Steve Overskins, and they acted as NPCs. Like you can hire them to do stuff.
Like, there's like advanced villager mods and stuff like that. They've been around forever.
I wish they added that in the base game, because that would be so cool.
I like where villagers are right now. You can get them to do stuff.
Maybe they should just add like a castle update.
I mean, I'd like to see the villagers do their jobs a bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you could actually watch fishermen, villagers fishing and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or like farmers actually harvesting the...
Oh, farmers do harvest.
The farmers do harvest the crops, but for the most part, that's like the only thing that they do.
In fact, if you trap a villager in a room of crops and put hoppers under like the water between the crops, and they'll break it and like replant and stuff, and you can just farm infinitely.
Ooh, I should try that.
I forgot. There's like a specific way to set it up, but look it up sometime. I get wanting villagers to do that, but maybe not to the point of like NPC feeling. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, it's like just expand on what they were already doing a bit more, you know, because like they already have the farmers and stuff that will like, you know, mess with the crops. So why not have like a fisherman who would actually like fish?
Yeah, like he'll go out to like near any body of water. Yeah,
like you could go to a village and then there's just a fisherman with on a boat in the middle of that little river next to it, and he's just fishing. Like that.
The blacksmith will regularly make like cheap items, so like he'll actually restock the chests like in his own house.
Like there's like
like if you put a chest next to the blacksmith with his like regular item, he'll like make stuff and then put it in the chest.
Yeah, because there's always like items in that chest when you first get to the village. It would be neat if like he restocked it like slowly with like kind of crappy items, but maybe occasionally, like really rarely, you get a good item from it.
Yeah, like randomly you get like iron leggings or something, but for the most part you get like coal,
like that's super valuable,
or an apple, or some sticks, or maybe like a wooden axe, or some leather armor,
or the priests like brew potions, like all the cool things you do. And I feel like don't ever want to get in the way of them being like simple though.
I feel like they should definitely revamp the librarian.
What does he do like right now? Well, what's the issue from right now?
I don't think he does.
Not revamping him as a NPC, like as a villager, like his house basically.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have a library now, does he? Really?
Yeah, it's just like he has a 2-floor thing, but it's just like a wall of books. Like give him like more of a square.
I think everyone could agree that villages could look cooler.
They're just, like, not cooler, just better. They're just so.
To be fair, that at least there's different villages types based on the biome, you know.
Yeah. Oh, like the Woodland Mansion. Oh, that is such a cool.
Oh, Woodland Mansion is like almost like art style breaking with how good it is.
Yeah, it's really intricate. Like I'm almost tempted to like just find one in one of these worlds and just like.
I've never found one.
I've never found one either.
I've never seen.
I've never been in one.
Honestly, I've never once even seen at all.
I'm tempted to just start
I've never been in one in game. They're really hard to find. You can find maps that lead to them. Like they were super rare though.
But they do have good loot, and is it aren't
you get totems of undying? So some of the best loot in the entire game. And I think that's
But yeah, I mean, I think we've touched on pretty much everything.
Yep.
As far as from the dungeons to the actual 1.18/1.19 update. Again,
did we all the biomes they're adding? I just remember mangrove swamps. And they look cool.
I know it was 3 new biomes. Let me go take a look at that because that's a good point. We did not talk about that.
I just remember the mangrove swamp, which was just a swamp with big like rooty trees, which that's cool. That's cool looking. I like swamps.
It's better swamp.
Yeah, I can build.
See, I told you it's a Souls-like.
What if the water's poisonous and slows you down? Oh man, there's so many possibilities to make this area.
I could see it slowing you.
Oh, probably yeah. Gonna have to get a mod for that. Just make it Blight Town. Oh, and add enemies that give you toxics somehow.
So here is everything as far like that's on the actual Minecraft wiki. That's everything that's going to be changing in the biomes. So
I just want to do biomes. I don't need to know about the changes really.
It's not much. It'll take me like a minute.
Okay.
So basically there's deep warm oceans now. There's also more the buried treasure can now contain water breathing potions.
That's nice.
Desert pyramids no longer generate on water.
Aww.
So now there's dripstone caves.
Oh yeah,
dripstone caves.
You have dripstone caves.
Oh right. Yeah, I remember that.
I thought you said redstone caves for a second. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go in there.
I thought you said ripstone caves. like the rip zone.
Oh,
The zone where Doom guy rips and tears stuff.
Or the rib zone where like you get like some baby back ribs.
baby back, baby back, baby back.
That's where you find fossils.
Yes. So speaking of that, the fossils in the deepest part of the underground generate with deep slate diamond ore instead of coal ore. And
I've also never seen a fossil in Minecraft. Those things are stupidly rare.
what haven't you seen?
A fossil.
Oh yeah, neither have I.
They randomly spawn in caves. They're really, 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 really rare.
But dungeons. So we're gonna be able to see more of these now because dungeons are gonna be spawning way more often below Y0 because they expanded the
caves are just way bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, the gauge is extremely bigger. We got lush caves, so now naturally generate underground and inside hills or mountains.
Cool.
And then azalea trees. I don't even know what those are.
That's a real life tree, I think, but I don't know what it looks like, so who cares?
And then so Stony Shore is another one that they're adding.
That could be cool.
I'm trying to find where this. So and they also removed large biomes and amplified world types from the game in 1.18.
Oh, they removed amplified?
Yeah, because the biomes that they're adding they're pretty much said that the biomes that they're adding and all the current biomes they've revamped it, basically the game to it's all like a comfortable amplified.
Oh, I'm gonna miss amplified so much.
Amplified was pretty nice.
When you just crank that up and like play in like a nonsense world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to talk about?
I
think we're good.
All right.
And
Thank you for anybody that was watching. If you're watching this back on YouTube, make sure to go check out our Twitch. We go live every Monday at 9, or every Sunday at 9. Sorry.
Yeah.
Old habit.
If you're watching this, it would be really nice if you would subscribe on YouTube or follow us on Twitch if you're watching us on either or whatever you're watching us on.
Yes.
We also got our TikTok that we manage. We got some decent views on there too, as well as our Twitter. So make sure to go follow those. Check us out.
Yeah.
Show some love.
Yeah, we might actually use the Twitter for announcements if anyone would actually follow it.
Yeah. Thank you for anybody that's watching. Have a great night.
Toodles.